playground, we debate. Critics talking, we relate. Hot takes, no, we don't wait. Spit the truth, we captivate. Show me what you got, don't hesitate. Critics playground, it's our fate. Talk the talk, don't you be late. On the stage, we elevate. Voices loud, we dominate. Critics bow, they can dictate. Bust a move.
Critics Playground Debate Review: the shocking Blockbuster trade. In one of the most groundbreaking moves in NBA history, the Los Angeles Lakers and Dallas Mavericks orchestrated a seismic trade involving two of the league's brightest stars, Luka Dončić and Anthony Davis. The deal, which saw Doncic head to the Lakers and Davis move to Dallas, instantly rocked the NBA world and has sparked intense debate about its potential ramifications. This trade is not just a typical player swap. It's a pivotal moment that shakes up the dynamics of both the Western Conference and the future of two storied franchises. The players: Luka Dončić and Anthony Davis, a game-changer duo. For those not closely following the NBA, this trade is more than just a headline. Luka Dončić, at just 25 years old, is already considered one of the most exciting players to ever play the game. A six-time All-Star and perennial MVP candidate, Doncic has built his reputation on incredible performances with the Dallas Mavericks, often carrying the team on his back with remarkable scoring and playmaking abilities. His future in the league appeared secure, until this trade, that is. On the other side, Anthony Davis, a 31-year-old big man, has been a central figure for the Los Angeles Lakers since his arrival in 2019. He played a key role in the Lakers' 2020 NBA championship win, showcasing his elite defense and ability to dominate both ends of the court. However, Davis has also been plagued by injuries, which has raised concerns about his long-term availability. While Davis is an exceptional talent, the trade now brings into focus the balance between his experience and Doncic's rising star. The debate: why trade Doncic, a generational talent, for an older player with injury concerns? For Mavericks fans and basketball historians, the idea of trading Luka Dončić might seem unthinkable. Players like Doncic don't come around often, and moving him could be viewed as an act of desperation or miscalculation. Yet, the Mavericks front office clearly believes that Anthony Davis, who could be a defensive anchor and a game-changer in the postseason, might provide a better immediate fit. But that raises the question: should you prioritize winning now or building for the future? Historical context: a monumental shift in strategy. To truly understand the magnitude of this trade, it's crucial to look back at the history of NBA trades involving star players. Historically, trading away a young star like Doncic is rare, especially when that player has already reached superstar status. The last time such a major player-for-player trade took place was in 1996, when the Chicago Bulls traded away Scottie Pippen to the Houston Rockets after their sixth championship run. Pippen, though not at the same caliber as Doncic, was the ultimate sidekick to Michael Jordan and represented an irreplaceable piece of Chicago's dynasty. This trade involving Doncic and Davis is significant because it's the first in-season deal in NBA history involving two reigning All-NBA players. It also sets a new precedent where two players, both of whom are averaging over 25 points per game, are exchanged for one another. This kind of trade has the potential to reshape the balance of power in the league, particularly in the Western Conference, where both the Lakers and Mavericks are looking to assert dominance. The debate: what does this mean for the future of the NBA? This trade has broad implications. First, it challenges the idea that a franchise cornerstone, someone like Doncic, should be viewed as untouchable. As Kevin Durant remarked, if Luka can be traded, no player is truly safe. With more teams becoming increasingly aggressive in their pursuit of immediate success, trades like these suggest a new era of NBA player movement, one where loyalty might be a thing of the past, and no player is secure, regardless of their status. The trade's impact on the teams. The Lakers, transitioning from LeBron to Doncic. For the Lakers, this trade represents a bold shift in their future plans. LeBron James, the face of the franchise for over a decade, is now 40 years old, and his time at the top is likely nearing its end. Doncic, with his combination of skill, maturity, and leadership, is the perfect player to usher in a new era in LA. He's young, he's established, and most importantly, he has the potential to lead a team for the next decade. The debate: is LeBron's era in LA officially over? LeBron James has been the cornerstone of the Lakers since his arrival in 2018, guiding them to their most recent championship in 2020. But with this trade, the Lakers are clearly looking to build a championship contender around Doncic for the future. The question that remains is, can LeBron and Doncic coexist on the same team? If LeBron stays on the roster, how will he adjust to sharing the spotlight with a younger star? The Mavericks, a shift in championship aspirations. For the Mavericks, this trade represents a shift in their immediate championship aspirations. Moving Doncic, who is still ascending as one of the league's elite players, signifies that the Mavericks are looking to capitalize on their present roster. Pairing Davis with Kyrie Irving provides the Mavericks with two experienced players who can contend for championships now. However, the trade also signals a belief that, in the short term, Davis can help bring a title to Dallas. The debate: is it worth sacrificing the future for a title run with Davis? This trade puts the Mavericks' long-term strategy into question. While the team may be stronger now with Davis, how much longer can they remain in championship contention with an aging player who has a history of injuries? Mavericks fans are torn between the excitement of potentially competing for a title this season and the concern that the organization has sacrificed its future by giving up a player like Doncic, who could have been their foundation for years to come. Global reactions and broader implications. Across the NBA, the reactions to the trade have been varied. Superstars like Kevin Durant have been quick to comment, suggesting that if a player like Doncic can be moved, no one is safe. The trade sends shockwaves throughout the league, forcing teams to reconsider their long-term strategies and their approach to star players. The debate: what does this trade say about the state of player empowerment in the NBA? In recent years, players have had more control than ever over their destinies. Stars like LeBron James and Kevin Durant have reshaped how player movement occurs in the NBA, and this trade underscores that shift. While some may view the trade as a strategic move by the Mavericks to win now, others see it as a signal that even the most untouchable players are not exempt from being moved when a franchise decides it's time to shift direction. Conclusion: a defining moment in NBA history. This trade is a landmark moment in NBA history, shaking the very foundation of both the Los Angeles Lakers and Dallas Mavericks. It's not just about swapping two superstars. It's about defining the future of two franchises. For the Lakers, the shift from a LeBron-centered roster to one built around Luka Dončić represents a bold vision for the future, while for the Mavericks, moving Doncic for Davis suggests a do-or-die commitment to winning now. For basketball fans, this trade is more than just a transaction. It's a debate that raises questions about loyalty, team building, and the future of the NBA. As the league continues to evolve, this blockbuster trade serves as a reminder that anything can happen. The full impact of this trade will only become clear with time. But for now, it stands as one of the most talked about, debated, and consequential moves in recent NBA history. The question remains: which team will come out on top in the end? The debate surrounding the trade between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks has only begun. As fans, analysts, and players continue to process this unprecedented move, the implications ripple throughout the NBA. This is a moment that could define a new era of player mobility, shifting team strategies, and reshaping the Western Conference for years to come. Let's dive deeper into the complexities of this monumental deal and stir the debate with new questions and perspectives that keep the conversation alive. The LA Lakers' long-term vision: a new legacy beyond LeBron. At first glance, the Lakers' acquisition of Luka Dončić might seem like a move to secure a superstar to succeed LeBron James. But could there be more to it? This trade doesn't just align with the Lakers' plans to transition away from LeBron's era. It also reflects a deeper commitment to establishing a modernized version of their championship legacy. The debate: is this a case of Lakers hubris, or are they truly building the future of the franchise? The Lakers have a storied history of pulling off blockbuster trades. From acquiring Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 1970s to pulling off the Chris Paul trade veto debacle in 2011, the Lakers have always been willing to gamble on the future. But has their history of aggressive moves always paid off? Could Doncic be the key to reshaping their fortunes? Or is this simply another example of the Lakers' impatience? Could this trade be seen as the Lakers overestimating their ability to build around a single superstar once again, especially with the added uncertainty surrounding LeBron's longevity? After all, it wasn't long ago that they banked on the Davis-LeBron duo and barely scraped through with one title in the post-Kobe era. The counterpoint: with the Lakers having to consider LeBron's eventual retirement, Luka Dončić isn't just a substitute. He's a new face for the franchise with the potential to lead for the next decade. The team is clearly putting all their chips in the middle for the future. The Mavericks gamble: short-term success versus long-term foundation. The Mavericks' decision to trade Luka Dončić, one of the brightest stars in the NBA, is a monumental one that cannot be taken lightly. The Mavericks have handed the reins to a talented but injury-prone Anthony Davis, who, while a defensively dominant force, has had a history of setbacks. There's a case to be made that the Mavericks are playing for the present, not the future, and that comes with its own set of risks. The debate: does trading Doncic signal a lack of long-term vision for the Mavericks? Could this be the beginning of the end for the Mavericks blueprint that was centered around Luka? This decision raises questions about how Dallas plans to move forward in the coming years. Is the risk of injury to Davis a gamble worth taking? More importantly, will he mesh well with Kyrie Irving, a star who has had his own share of controversies and struggles to build sustainable team chemistry? Alternatively, is there a belief in Dallas front office that, with the right veteran leadership, they could maximize this new pairing to secure a title sooner rather than later? The counterpoint: the Mavericks' history suggests a team that has always lived in the shadow of a transcendent player like Dirk Nowitzki. Could they be trying to rewrite their future by betting on the defensive prowess and leadership qualities that Davis brings to the table, as opposed to hoping Luka can carry them without sufficient help? Player mobility: the rising trend of player empowerment. The NBA has evolved into a league where player mobility is at an all-time high. Superstar players have more control over their futures than ever before, and the Doncic trade has only amplified this trend. Players like LeBron, Kevin Durant, and James Harden have set the tone for superstar movement. But what does this trade say about the next phase of player empowerment? The debate: is this the end of loyalty in the NBA, and what does that mean for team building? Fans, particularly in Dallas, may feel betrayed by the Mavericks' decision to part ways with Doncic. The relationship between a team and its star player is crucial to a franchise's identity. But in today's NBA, loyalty is no longer a guarantee. Does this trade signal that star players will continue to dictate the terms of their career paths, rather than sticking with a single franchise long-term? In addition, the landscape of team building has dramatically changed. With the rise of player power and the move towards super teams, is the concept of a homegrown franchise fading away? Can any team be considered a real home for a star anymore? The counterpoint: player mobility is not a negative. It's a product of a more open, player-driven league. Instead of loyalty being tied to a franchise, perhaps the future of the NBA is built on players seeking new challenges with different rosters, while still maintaining the competitive spirit that drives the league forward. The global impact of the trade: Luka's legacy and the European influence. One of the most profound elements of this trade is the shift it signals for the internationalization of the NBA. Luka Dončić, born in Slovenia, has already brought a new global audience to the league with his performances. The NBA has long been dominated by American-born players, but the rise of global stars has forever altered the league's makeup. Doncic trade marks an important milestone in the increasing influence of international players on the NBA landscape. The debate: is Luka Dončić set to become the new face of the NBA, surpassing LeBron James? As LeBron James nears the twilight of his career, the question arises: could Doncic be the next global ambassador for the NBA? At just 25, Luka is already widely considered one of the top players in the world, and his style of play has resonated with fans across the globe. His potential to lead the Lakers into a new era could position him as the face of the league in the coming decade. However, the question remains: is the NBA ready to fully embrace Doncic as its global icon, or will there be resistance from fans who are more accustomed to the American-driven narratives of the league? The international spotlight will only shine brighter on him, but will it be as bright as the one that has been on LeBron James for the past decade? The counterpoint: Doncic may not immediately surpass LeBron as the face of the NBA. While Luka has immense talent and a bright future ahead, LeBron's impact on the game, both on and off the court, is far-reaching. Doncic will likely continue to build on his legacy, but whether he can fully replace LeBron in the hearts of NBA fans worldwide remains to be seen. A league in transition. Where does the NBA go from here? This trade represents more than just a change in the fortunes of the Lakers and Mavericks. It's indicative of a league in transition. As teams look to secure championship contenders, player movement, superstar duos, and strategic retooling have become the norm. In the next few seasons, the landscape of the Western Conference and the NBA as a whole will be altered, and the full consequences of this trade may take years to materialize. The debate: is the NBA heading into a Wild West era where trades and super teams dominate? With the increasing rate of player movement and aggressive team building, are we witnessing the start of an era where teams will routinely shuffle their rosters in search of that perfect mix of talent? Is this trade a warning sign that the days of stable, long-term team building are over, replaced by an era of fluidity, uncertainty, and high-stakes gambles? Ultimately, whether this trade is a sign of genius or a short-term miscalculation will only become clear with time. But for now, it's impossible to deny that the Doncic/Davis trade has left fans, players, and analysts everywhere questioning the very fabric of how NBA teams are constructed and how player legacies are shaped. The counterpoint: the beauty of the NBA lies in its unpredictability. This trade doesn't necessarily signal the end of team-building tradition. It's simply another chapter in the ongoing evolution of the league, where strategy, risk, and opportunity are all part of the game. Conclusion: a debate that will last for years. As the dust settles on this monumental trade, the NBA community is left with more questions than answers. Is this a wise, long-term move for both teams, or a calculated gamble that could blow up in their faces? Will this trade reshape the Western Conference for the foreseeable future? And, most importantly, how will this trade be remembered in the larger narrative of NBA history? As the Lakers and Mavericks adjust to their new rosters, one thing is clear: this trade has forever altered the course of their franchises, and it has sparked debates that will continue to echo through the halls of NBA history for years to come. It's a trade that challenges our understanding of loyalty, strategy, and the very nature of how we build championship contenders in the modern NBA. Get ready, because this conversation is just getting started. Like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think about the Doncic-Davis Blockbuster trade? Is this the beginning of a new era for the Lakers and Mavericks, or are we witnessing a high-risk gamble that could backfire? Will Luka be the next face of the NBA, or will Anthony Davis help the Mavericks secure another championship? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. Like and share if you think this trade will go down as one of the most impactful in NBA history. And don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis, debates, and all the latest NBA news. The future of the league is unfolding, and you won't want to miss a second of it.